Good morning, Fight Fearless. Let's start this morning's practice as Bandha's 3, or Body Lock 3. Body Lock 3. What's up, Salvador? And so this morning, this lock, okay, it's the cervical diaphragm, cervical body lock, or upper body lock, or Jalandhar Bandha. It's called Bandha Jalandhar. Occipital diaphragm, maybe that's the better word for it. Cervical diaphragm. So you have your pelvic floor, your pelvic diaphragm. We have our thoracic diaphragm, which is here above the digestion, between the heart and the digestion, your solar plexus, between your kidneys and your adrenal glands, your power, your will. And then once we bring this energy up into our throat and our third eye, our power sources, our power centers for expression. So when energy gets stuck, and a lot of times it gets stuck from our heart, and it gets blocked off here in the upper chest. So we have our heart here, we have our, Jing energy, our, power, our sexual energy, or, that stimulative energy, that willpower, that energy down here, right? And then we have our heart, which is our feeling, our expression, our connection, our interpretation to the world, how the world affects us, how we affect the world, coming from our heart and out our throat. So from our throat, from our eyes, the way we perceive the world, and the way we express ourselves in connection to the world. So that's happening here in the upper face. Now we want to bring energy up and circulate it through the heart, cleansing it through the heart, and bringing it up, purifying it up into the head. So we have clear thoughts, energetic, clear spaces in our head, and focused attention. Okay, so we want to clear this energy. We've cleared it from below, and now we're bringing it up into our creative centers. We're breathing into our brain. That way we can then circle it down into the rest of our body and kind of rejuvenate our body, rejuvenate our cells, and rejuvenate our senses and perception. And the last point I would say is that the biggest issue that we're all facing in life is misinterpretation, misperception. They say that's the number one cause of all struggle in life, and pain and disorder and problems, is misperception. It's we misperceive the world around us and our relationships and things like that. And through that misperception, we're basing our life off of it, and we can't find the true source to our happiness. So yeah, we're clearing all that out, and then we want to cycle this energy, and then Jalandhar Bandha is that lock again. It's going to open up the cervical spine. It's going to open up the medulla oblongata, or the back of the neck, or that receptive center of where we move into the world and affect the world and change the world. So that's Jalandhar Bandha. That's here in this center. So what we want to do is we want to lock by tucking the chin in slightly. What you're going to feel is this opening of the cervical, or the occiput, or occipital region, the back of the neck, and that just slight tuck of the chin and the opening of the back of the neck. Okay, it's going to help straighten the spine, lengthen the spine, so it helps communication. Okay, I'd say the opposite is obviously us texting, driving, and our head is falling forward. Okay, and then our shoulders fall forward. That collapses onto the heart, and that prevents us from getting oxygen into our blood cells. So by lengthening, tucking the chin in, feel this tingling sensation, a warm sensation up in the head, and you want to feel it from your head to your heart too as well. So as we start to open up the back and strengthen the back and the support of the neck, and build those muscles up the spine, we're going to able to pull this and circulate this energy up in front of the head and the face. And this will heal the senses. This will heal your eyes. This will heal your ears. This will heal your heart and your jaw. I had a friend, a guy hit me up yesterday, Grazi. He hit me up about TMJ. He said TMJ. So I got to send him this video after this. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's do our pelvic exercises. We'll do the thoracic diaphragm, and then lastly, just in connection, just tucking the chin in. There's a couple other exercises like headstands are really good for this too as well. So let's do that actually real quick. If you turn over, and from a child's pose, I would say this is the number one thing that I would suggest to build and strengthen the muscles of the cervical spine, and the muscles that are going to help pull this energy up and circulate it, and give us the ability to transform the energy within ourselves, opposed to it just happening. Okay, so when we put our forehead to the ground, I'm gonna roll from my third eye to the crown of my head. So I want to roll from between these 2 points and strengthen everything from my brain to my eyes to my jaw and my sternocleidomastoid, or this front 2 muscles here, the deep longitudinal muscles of the neck. I want to strengthen those and straighten them out. Straighten and strengthen them, okay? So I'm gonna put my third eye, again, forehead to the ground, or just, crown of your head, your unicorn horn there. Boom, and then roll onto the top of your head, okay? And then just roll right back. Looking down, middle of the eyebrow. Inhale, you can inhale here as you're opening the neck, strengthening the heart. Your hands will be placed in a tripod position, and then you roll back onto the crown of the head. You come up onto your knees and continue to do the same thing. And just by staying here in a headstand, you're really going to help, again, strengthen all those muscles of the front, chest, and heart. And when you tuck your chin in, and you pull up on your pelvic floor, your diaphragm, you should feel this tingling sensation passing through the heart. It should come up the base of the spine into the back of the head, and once it comes up into the back of the head, you automatically want to tuck your chin in. So you tuck your chin in, and you get this tingling sensation up the spine, and that's pulling again this lower jing energy, sexual energy, creative potential. Okay, and pulling that past the diaphragm through the Uddiyana Bandha, that pulls up the spine and the back of the heart, and you may feel some like empty spaces, or maybe you don't feel it, and we want to create that feeling to pass through the heart and get rid of all these blockages that are in our chest, in our past. A lot of it sits under the shoulder blade behind the heart, into the lungs behind the heart, into the rib cage, into those hard spaces, and all this gets blocked up here. But we use the Uddiyana Bandha to pull that up. Tuck the chin in, Jalandhar Bandha. And then eventually that energy, we want to circle it down, microcosmic orbit, down the front of the face, and connection down to the heart to heal the heart, and the front of the body to continue the microcosmic orbit. But yet again, pulling that energy up from the base of the spine to the crown of the head to stimulate energy. Give yourself a whole body orgasm, that happy feeling. When you're experiencing happy feelings and your DNA is splitting, because every second of the day your DNA is splitting. Right now, DNA split, DNA split, DNA split, DNA split, in order for me to replicate my body. So keeping my mind in a youthful state, a happy childlike state, I'm able to maintain a longer life from the beginning of now. If we start now and we continue this until we're 50 and 60, we're going to be looking like we're 30 and 40 when everyone else is 50 and 60, because we're breathing oxygen into the body. We're creating proper communication versus somebody who didn't, right? So then smiling that happy energy up into the brain. We want to feel it in our brain. We want to really feel it in our senses and bring joy and appreciation, so that nothing really bothers us, right? Okay, so we did headstand to work on the Jalandhar Bandha, the neck, the deep cervical spine, Okay, we did a little bit of headstand there. Let's do the pelvic floor, and then we'll do the Uddiyana, and then we'll bring it up and do the head last one to finish, okay? So standing, let's do the pelvic floor like we did in the first day. Remember here, we're tilting front, we'll go front to back, side to side, and then circle. Do about 6 to 9 times. Forward, inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. With a squeeze, press forward. Inhale. Pull the belly in. 6. Okay. About 6 to 9 times. Now you can kind of go side to side. Just again to activate. So my hips are forward, going side to side. Hips back, side to side. Okay, and then now turn it into a circle. So full circle forward. 1, inhale, exhale, exhale forward when the belly pulls in. Exhale, pull the belly in, then switch directions. Okay, all right. Then we can sit down, seated in a chair, at the edge of your desk if you're at work or whatnot. Now, we want to activate the lower abs and the diaphragm here by pulling in. So we're gonna do Uddiyana Bandha or Agni Sar, which is the pumping of the diaphragm. So inhale into the belly, exhale belly, everything out. Stretch the tongue, everything out. Now pull the belly up and in and hold it as long as you can. Oh wait, exhale, no breath. I kind of messed that one up. Breathe into the heart, breathe into this front chest. Because a lot of times that's what we're breaking down and breaking through. So feel it in your face, feel it in your chest, feel it in here. There's a buzzing, slight buzzing sensation. Well, let's do that again. Inhale. Breathe into your kidneys. Exhale. And then do one more time. Do full three times. Okay, so we activated that muscle now, that thoracic diaphragm, and now what I want you to do is you're gonna pull the belly in, and we're gonna do it on our exhale. Exhale, the belly will pull in, the diaphragm will pull in, and the same exact time the chin tucks in. Should feel like a tingling sensation. Okay, and that comes up Sometimes you don't feel it in the back of your head because you're only pulling it up to so high, and we haven't built that connection between yet. Okay, so you may not feel it in certain places because you haven't built it yet, but you should feel a kind of a warm or tingling sensation pulling up, and again it's on the exhale. Exhale. Help straighten the spine. Again, tucking the chin in, Jalandhar Bandha. And inhale into the belly. Relaxed. Exhale, pull the pelvic floor up. Pull in the sexual organs, low belly, sexual organs, perineum, anus, sacrum even. You should feel the sacrum and low back. Squeeze, contract. Pull up on the diaphragm. Tuck the chin in. And then we want to turn it, and we want to circulate this energy, circulating it forward to the side, wherever we need it, wherever we need to focus, because everybody's different. I met a guy the other day, and he said his wife had cancer in her eye, and it started in her eye, and it fucking just, excuse my language, but it went into the whole side. So, so in terms of like that, for instance, Daryl, if you're watching, we want to bring this in, we want to stimulate this energy, and remember, in relationships we can build a lot of healing energy in the lower regions, and then we want to pull that energy up into the heart, healing the heart first, forgiving yourself, forgiving others, and then find that healing, and then being able to pull that up into your head and stimulate a whole new energy, a whole new thought process, a whole new love, a whole new appreciation for life, a whole new gratitude, and circulate that in every cell of your body, healing it and bringing that natural flow back into the light, into the body. Okay, so that's the benefit. You know, when everyone's talking about enlightenment and spiritual whatnot and all that stuff, you know, and watching the Avatar, and you know, and creating spiritual powers and stuff like that, we have to instill it. You can't just have it. You got to work for it. You got to really train it. So these are the tools, and it's up to you to practice, and up to you to continue your practice. You can continue with me here at FightFearless.com. So download the app that we have. It's $1 in the App Store, and you get a lot of content that you won't get on YouTube. Morning practices, nighttime practices. Plus, you get a whole. It's very directed towards you, so figure out what your BMI is with the calculator on there, get your meal plan and set it up to whether you want to lose weight or you want to gain weight, and then get started on the videos and learn this stuff, and yeah, that's it. So we'll see you guys later today at 1 o'clock, back again for more MMA, and I think we'll work into shoulders. If we finished out back, I want to work into some shoulders. So we'll build up into shoulder day 1, 2, and 3. Until the end, until 1 o'clock, I'll see you guys later. And yeah, much respect. Fight Fearless. I got the app. Grateful and excited. Thank you. Hey, thanks, Melanie. Glad to have you every day. It's really cool. Yeah, let's stick with it. I gotta talk to you about training. Yeah, I'll DM you. I'll talk to you. See you guys.